Service of legal documents, or in the industry as we like to call it, service of process. I want to talk about current trends and some strategies to save you time and money when it comes to serving people with legal documents. Hi, Tim Santoni, been a private investigator for over 20 years. We work with clients in the legal space, insurance, brand owners, and businesses, helping them mitigate risk in their business. We deal with civil litigation on a regular basis. We work with our clients to locate, serve, and profile people that are involved in lawsuits. That could be a defendant, a witness, or another party who's involved in litigation. Today I want to talk about service of legal documents and where we are today. In many instances where personal appearance is required at a hearing, a deposition, or trial, handing papers physically to an individual is required, or getting within speaking distance is required in order for the procedure to be completed and for the proof of service to be filed with the court. In other situations where serving a summons and complaint, a lawsuit, subservice is acceptable at a place where the subject lives, works, or receives mail. However, with the advent of Ring cameras and people being a lot more evasive, service of legal documents is seeming to be an archaic thing that's costing more and more time and resources. In our business, we're seeing clients spend time doing stakeout, surveillance, and additional research to track down and get people served in a timely manner so that they can get documents filed with the court, keep depositions on calendar, and get people to appear at trial. The challenge is that people can be evasive, and if they know these documents are coming, especially when it comes to a subpoena that's been noticed by the other side, they can prove very difficult. I want to share some strategies and some suggestions that may help you save some time. Number one, get a good profile of the subject. Understand what they look like, where they live, habits, activities, employment, get their vehicles, and find out the best times of opportunity to get them coming and going. Second, you want to make sure that you're varying times of the day and night so you're optimizing the chances of catching them, i.e. if they work at a normal employer 8 to 5, showing up in the early morning or late evening would be best. Showing up in the middle of the afternoon could be a big waste of time. If you're conducting stakeout, same thing, you're targeting areas where you think they may become active and emerge and depart. Now, it's very important to get creative and make sure you understand that you do not approach the door with the papers in hand in case they have a Ring camera. You also want to be blending in with your surroundings in that particular area so that they're more likely to respond. You need to confirm presence. You need to get within speaking distance, which is about 15 feet, in order to affect personal service, where you're talking about subpoenas and documents that require personal appearance. If it's a summons and complaint, you can subserve after 3 efforts to personally serve. I'm seeing that more and more time and resources are being spent because people are evading, and I think that service of process in terms of the current status is a bit of an archaic process. There's got to be another way to serve via text, email, or social media. And in certain circumstances, we can get the courts to allow that. However, we're finding it more and more difficult to track people down. And if they want to be evasive, they can do so. We're also seeing clients on the other side using service of process tactics as a way to emotionally attack people. You've seen that recently in the Taylor Swift case where they jumped over Travis Kelce's fence and tried to serve her at his house at 2 o'clock in the morning. This is obviously not a tactic to get someone personally served. It was a way to threaten, harass, or to evoke emotion and get the other side involved. I think that serving people in a professional manner makes most sense, and I also suggest reaching out and contacting them and asking them if we can set up an appointment first. If they want to comply and set up that appointment, that would be great. Otherwise, we can hang out outside their house, bother them, and follow them around until we get served. They make the decision. However, I think that being professional up front can be a tactic when someone is proving to be evasive or difficult. Sometimes people just get really put off by a stranger showing up at their door and they don't want to answer because they're worried about what's going to happen to them next. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have any questions about service of legal documents, please let me know.